So I'm going to tell you right now. Everybody keeps writing Liverpool off for the Premier League. Nobody gives us a chance. Nobody gives us a sniff. I've seen it for the last 3 or 4 years. Everybody talks off Klopp. They say there's no way he can back it up. He hasn't made the right signings. All this mumbo fucking jumbo. But check out this video. I'm going to break it down. I'm going to tell you why Liverpool can be champions 2022-23 of the Premier League. It's a bold statement, I know. It's a bold call. But check this video out and I'll break it down for you.
Welcome back, guys. Tommy here from Talking Sports Wearing Shorts. You would have seen the intro. You would have seen what I'm about to talk about. Liverpool, can they win the Premier League title this year? And my thoughts on that and what I think is going to happen. So obviously it's that time of the year again. It's prediction time. And at this time of the year, this is when we all start to delve in. We start to get in depth. We start to think about who can win the Premier League this year. And, you know, it's really hard to do. It's really tough to do when you're a football fan. You've got to try predict what's going to happen in the year. You've got to take the injuries out. You've got to take everything out, the transfers, and put it all together and try to make a decision. It's really, really tough. But I've got my thoughts on who I think is going to win the Premiership. Obviously, you would have known by now. I think it's going to be Liverpool. I'm going to break down why I think that is. Obviously, it's going to be really, really hard for Liverpool to do this year, but I think they can get it done. Of course, nobody bloody believes that we can do it any year. We always get talked about it not winning the league. There's always a reason for Liverpool not winning it. But I think we got something in us this year. And I'm going to break it down. I'm going to talk about all the other teams too. I'm going to talk about Man City, Spurs, Chelsea, Arsenal, even Man United, although I think they are nowhere near the Premier League race. So we're going to talk about it all. We're going to break it down. Obviously, there's been a few transfers this year, so there's a little bit to talk about. I think it's going to be a little bit of a different type of title race this time, guys. It's going to be a little bit different. So why do I think Liverpool are going to win the Premiership this year? A few reasons, really. It's a couple. I still think that we're pretty damn good. Look, we lost the Champions League final last year. That's a given. We only won the 2 domestic cups. We get the piss taken out of us for that because we were supposed to win the quadruple, but we didn't get it done. Regardless, we're still a fucking good football side. Obviously, we lost Sadio Mane. That's a big loss. There's no sugarcoating that. That's going to be really, really hard to recuperate from. His numbers, his pace, his ability, everything he could do in behind the ball. He was so threatening. He'd always pop up with a goal in the right time. You know, in those big games and those big moments, Sadio Mane would always step up. So he's going to be a massive, massive loss. And I don't think that Darwin Núñez is a direct replacement. I think we all know that. He's a striker. Mane wasn't. But it's going to be a big loss. And Darwin Núñez is going to have some big shoes to fill because obviously he's the man coming in directly after Mane. So the pressure's going to be on him. We already see all over social media the pressure on him, which I think is really fucking unfair because the guy is extremely talented. It's pre-season, so give the guy a break. Can't even speak a word of English yet. But regardless, he's going to have some pressure on him. But other than that, even though we've lost Sadio Mane, I think Liverpool have done some really good business in the transfer window. Obviously, Fabio Carvalho and Darwin Núñez. I think they're fabulous signings. I really do. Carvalho reminds me so much of a Philip Coutinho type of player. I'm not saying he is. Calm down. I'm not saying he's Coutinho. But I'm saying he's got that type of ability in him. He likes to drop deep. He creates. He picks the ball up. He's agile. He's got that creative dribbling spark to him. So he's a really neat signing. I like his signing. I think he's going to feature a lot. And I think that Liverpool's greatest asset this year, and this is why I think that they can get it done over Manchester City. Now, look, it's a flip of a coin every year, right? You tip Manchester City or you tip Liverpool. It can go either way. And I don't think you're wrong in whatever you say because usually there's only a point or 2 points between them every single year. So if you tip one of them, you're pretty much going to be right. Having said that, if you look at Manchester City, they got rid of Sterling and Gabriel Jesus, and they brought in Erling Haaland. Now, Erling Haaland is a fucking incredible player, and he's a 10 times better player, I believe, in his potential than those two combined. He is unbelievably good. Obviously, he's not proven in the Premiership yet, but these type of players, he's going to come in and fucking hit the ground running. He's just too good not to. But the thing I want to point out is that if Erling Haaland goes down and gets injured, now, it's hard to predict injuries like I was saying before, and you can't really predict them. He could play the whole year and fucking kill it. But let's just say, hypothetically, he does go down, they've got no other option. Now, I know they've played with the false nine before, and they do it extremely fucking well. They pretty much won a league title with it. But apart from Erling Haaland, they've got heaps of creative midfielders behind them. Now they got rid of Sterling and Gabriel Jesus. They've only got Jack Grealish, Phil Foden, Bernardo Silva, and Riyad Mahrez. They're all creative. No one's really direct and gets behind the lines. They're not blessed with bags of pace, and they're all left-footed. So it's just a thing that I think to myself, do they have the depth in behind Erling Haaland to cover him if something happens? Now, I look at Liverpool, and there's so many options there for different types of play. So this is what Klopp now has got blessed in his repertoire, which I haven't felt that Liverpool have had for a long, long time. We were so, not fixed, but like Liverpool would only play 4-3-3. That was the only way we'd play with Mane, Firmino and Salah, and then the three industrial midfielders behind. That's kind of what we would always do. That's it. This year, I think Klopp's got a bag of tricks up. I think he's got the option to play in the 4-3-3 with obviously the likes of Thiago, Henderson and Fabinho. But I also think we're going to see a lot of 4-2-3-1. I think we're going to see the likes of maybe Fabinho, Henderson, or Fabinho and Thiago sitting a bit deeper. And then he's got the ability to play either Fabio Carvalho, Harvey Elliott in the 10. It gives you that option of that creative midfielder in behind the striker. If things aren't working, if you need to be a little bit more solid behind the ball, you could play that 4-2-3-1. Or if you want to be super attacking and just gung-ho like the heavy metal press that he is, you play that 4-3-3. So I think he's got that flexibility now, whereas Man City, I believe, don't really have that flexibility. I know that sounds crazy. They won the league. They're an amazing team. But I can't see Man City playing a 4-3-3 and being successful because I don't think the wingers that they have complement that system. I'm not a football manager. I'm just a guy sitting at a fucking table. What do I know? But that's just what I feel, and I'm here to tell you. Other than that, you can go down the table. We can look at Spurs. We can look at Chelsea. We can look at Arsenal. We can look at Man United. We'll touch on them briefly because I don't think any of those four teams are going to be competing for the league title. I think that Spurs will close the gap from maybe fourth to third. I think they might finish third place this year. I think they're a little bit better off than Chelsea. They've got a title-winning manager. They've got an elite manager in Antonio Conte. There looks to be like a bit of structure now at Tottenham, and it looks like Conte's got what he wants. He's got his side. He's going to put his style on it. You've already seen what he did last year towards the back end of the season. They are a very tough team to play. They counter-attack beautifully well. They've got pace in abundance. Son and Kane can score goals for fun. So they're going to be a really, really challenging team. I just don't think they're going to get all the way to the end. Liverpool and City are just so good. They've done it for so long that they know what it takes. I don't think Spurs are there just yet, but I can see them finishing above Chelsea, man. I really can. I think Chelsea are in a bit of strife. They still don't have a number 9. Like, you're not going to go anywhere with Kai Havertz and Timo Werner up front. You're just not. I don't care if you got Sterling. You're not doing anything with that. They're not going to finish in the top 3. I can't see it. And I can't see Arsenal, even though they got Gabriel Jesus, I don't think they're good enough for the top 4. That's just me. Could be wrong. Hope I'm wrong because Chelsea annoy me, but we'll see what happens. Man United, if you're a Man United fan, you're watching this, you shouldn't be because, I mean, it's a given. I don't really care about you, but you're not going to finish in the top 4. It's just not going to happen. There's too much turmoil in that club. There's a lot of work to be done in that club, and Ten Hag is a great signing, but there's a lot of work to do, and I don't really give a fuck where they finish, to be honest, but they ain't finishing top 4. So that's what I reckon, guys. I reckon Liverpool can get it done. What do you reckon? Let me know in the comments below. It's going to be very, very tough. They've got a great defense. They've got arguably one of the best defenses in world football. They've got Andrew Robertson, Van Dijk, Konate, Matip, Gomez, Alexander-Arnold, Tsimikas, and now Calvin Ramsey. They've got defenders in abundance. They've got a really, really good defensive setup. The midfielders are still good. Look, if we're going to be honest, if one of them goes down, it's going to be a bit short. There is some injury problems in that midfield. They're very injury prone, but I'm going to back them. I think we can do it, guys. Let me know. What do you reckon? Who do you reckon is going to win the Premiership? I'm tipping Liverpool, obviously, but if you got anybody else, put it in the comments below because I'm interested. All right, I want to know. But that about wraps it up, guys. If you like it, make sure you like, comment, subscribe. If you are new, check out the links in the description below for all our socials. Check out the podcast on Spotify. Check out the Twitch because we got a lot of stuff happening. When the season kicks off, we're going to be live streaming. We've got a lot of stuff happening, a lot of clips coming. So make sure you keep up. We're going to be doing it in this room here. So you're going to see it. All the stuff in the background. There's going to be a lot happening. So like I said, keep up to date. And as usual, guys, I'll see you on the next one.